This playthrough is rated E for everyone. Will all that pretend fighting lead to actual fighting experience? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Grandia. In the last episode, we were tasked to go to the museum because a thing of our father's might be something tied to the old world. But he's not quite sure yet, so we still need to talk to the head of this place in a different area just to make sure. So let's see. According to the latest theory, man can fly if he makes good use of machines. What kind of flying machine? It'd be cool if I could make one. It'd be easy to get to the new world. Nah, that'll never happen. Don't even think about that, Justin. Oh. Just where did I put it? I can't remember. You said it was something good, but so we got our hopes up. But you lost it? Oh, of course not. I haven't lost it. Just let me remember so you can... So go look at the Ikarian statue or something while you look for it. Alright, old man. Recent history of Parm. Jewel Foundation dominates Parm economy with high technology and coercive tactics. Ugh, what junk? I just can't stand these boring books. Yeah, history books are kind of hard to read, especially if they're dry history. So, I mean, they're necessary for people studying that stuff, but as a layman, yeah, you're probably not going to want to read that stuff. Huh, this book's different from the others. Broke the statue again for the third time. I don't think anyone will notice if I don't say anything. This is the curator's diary. The curator broke the statue? Okay. So it's not in my desk drawer or in the safe or in the cabinet. Maybe the bookshelf? I'll remember, so go check at the Ikarian statue until then. It's almost like I have to do something before... I knocked over a book. The steam engine, the greatest technology known to man, essential for trains, steamships, and factories. Or planes, trains, and automobiles. As a small fishing harbor that was Parm grew into today's portal to new continent, advances in steam engines have also made the factories prosper. Mostly the jewel factory where I work. I say this not because I work there. I bet he says that just because he works there. The economic development of Parm is inseparable from the presence of the modern jewel factories. Huh. I can see the prosperity of Parm every day. I see the chimneys along the city streets. I think they're just a nuisance. Okay, that was the same. Yeah, I don't know why. I get a kick out of just being able to mess with the environment in this game. I think we talked to you before. Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you should study a lot more. The winged people, huh? Well, anyway, he talks about the breaking of stones to 7 pieces and stuff like that, so... So, I don't know all about that, but... The legendary Ikarian statue discovered at the Dawn Ruins. I can picture that. Justin, I'm amazed you knew that the Dawn Ruins are the largest ruins in the new continent of Valencia. Thanks for the exposition. Of course I know. An adventurer needs to know lots of things. But you know, it's just no fun just listening to other people's adventure stories. Valencia is awaiting me with mountains of exciting things. Just look! Solid as a rock. Someday I'll find the Angelou that no one else has been able to discover. Uh-oh. What are you doing, Justin? Puff, 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 puff. No, just calm down now. The only thing to do is to fix it. Come on, Sue, help me. No way, it won't work. We should just be honest and apologize. I can't do it. You saw how happy the curator looked when he restored this statue. I can't tell him. I remember what it looked like. Several hours later. You sure that's right? I think it looks a little different. Maybe, but it's about 70% right, don't you think? That's a passing grade in school. On a test, I forgot he said that. On a test, that's a passing grade, right? Me and Justin think alike. Is that a good thing? That's not the point, Justin. Either that or I have the same mentality as early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s translators. Womp, womp, womp. Well then. Justin, there's still something wrong. Don't worry, I know a little about the Angelou civilization. That works. I don't think there's anything else we could check on right now, so... Yeah. Let's see if he has any extra... Whoops, any extra dialogue. Okay. Let's check the curator now that we've messed with that. That would have taken some time. Ah, here it is. I was keeping it in my pocket, so I would always be ready to give it to you and see your smiling face. You don't have any reference to a cat, do you? Ah, never mind. Mr. Curator, are you getting senile in your old age? Your words are, you're never at a loss for words. Anyway, I just heard a loud crash. Did something happen? Is he onto us? What do we do, Sue? Think we should tell him the truth? Maybe? You figure it out. I don't know what to do. Come on, say something or he'll know something's wrong. Well, let's just be truthful. Actually, I broke the statue. Justin, you are a joker. If you broke the statue I just finished repairing, my poor heart couldn't take it. Putting aside the jokes, I have something good for you. Cool, what is it? My present to you is this. He just slaps us across the face for some reason. Letter of introduction acquired. That's not much of a present. The Garlyle Forces are searching the salt ruins again. I arranged for 2 people to visit. Wow. Wow. Really? Thank you, Mr. Curator. Isn't this great, Justin? You kept saying that you wanted to go to the salt ruins. Huff, huff. I'm just happy to see your faces. Show this letter of introduction and the army will let you visit. Justin, you go find out for yourself if the spirit snow's real or not. Isn't that what I hired you for? It's a good thing for young ones to take an interest in learning. The salt ruins are to the northeast of west of Parm. Use the letter I gave you to get in. Go on, hurry off. Okay. So now we got in our inventory, whoops, wrong button. I hate when I do that. It's a bad habit. So we got the intro letter in our, for the curator there, so I have to put that wood pole into storage because I'm almost out of room. Same with the toy bow. Anyway. Okay, anyway, it's, we're ready to go. I don't think any major dialogue happens now that that's occurred. Stone agreed, huh? Well, maybe they'll hire you. It's hard to say. Nothing? Gee, maybe it was the mice. I know, those mice just love adventures. Yeah, they're talking about the us crashing the statue. Whoopsie doodle. Alright, so now we can explore the salt ruins. So, whew, we made it. Think we got away clean? Ah, the Akarian statue! I just finished fixing it! Uh-oh, we're in deep stuff now. What do we do now? You think we should go back and apologize straight out? Maybe the curator will forgive? Who was it? Who did this? Now I have to work day and night to fix it all over again. Nope, no way. If we go back now, he'll take back the letter of introduction for sure. You're right. I feel bad about the curator, but let's come back and apologize later. Alright. Yeah, glad you could do that. Oh, I'm glad you love us all. Yep, I think that's the same dialogue from before, though. No. No, not at all. The statue just looks a little different. Right, Sue? Maybe a little. Actually, can we actually go back? You really want to go to the museum? The curator's really teed off. You're right. You think we did something really bad? Hang on, Justin. Not we. I didn't do anything. Oh, well, that's true. Okay, I should see if there's any extra dialogue. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was some minor dialogue difference, but nothing major. Okay, yeah, that's the same before. Yeah, you are moles. Yeah, sorry. The only runes around here are the salt runes. What do you think, Justin? We got a letter introduction, so let's check it ourselves. Yeah, there's some slight dialogue difference with the, This is all junk. Show it to the curator of the museum. You might find out something. Okay. Mom says exactly the same thing. Yeah, the factory is going to get soot problems. Wow, sir, that's so cool that you decide so smartly by yourself. They say the clothes make the man. Oh, right, we've had that dialogue before. Some of it's different. Oh, really? I don't understand, girls. Justin, you aren't scared, are you? No, nothing like that. You're not scared, are you, Puffy? Puff, puff. Oh, right, that's the Seven Wonders thing. Okay, I'm just gonna... Let's see, where is... Let's go talk to our mom, see if she has anything to say before we do that. Okay, I guess not, so. For some reason, I thought she had extra dialogue if we show her the letter of introduction or something like that, so. Okay, let's go to the store really quickly. And let's see, we already bought. Okay, let's go and sell the toy bow. Get that out of the way. See, yeah, we don't need the attack pole, or wood pole, I mean. And then we'll get rid of the toy bow. And let's see. See, if any gear you need to buy up, I'd suggest upgrading Sue, just because her stats are overall weaker than Justin's. Let's see. I'm just trying to think what I actually want to give her the sneakers, or give the sneakers to Justin, and then swap those out for her Shinsu's just so she can move faster. Let's see. I'm just trying to think what's the best option for this. Actually, let's give her the. Yeah, I just might as well get rid of the old ribbon. Yeah, you can. What you could do is you could trade the item, and what it does is just you sell the difference, so you don't pay as much because you're immediately swapping it out. So, okay. Yeah, everything's better. Weapon-wise, it's better to buy stuff here from Parm than it is for the areas up ahead, but we don't have that much money, so. All right, let's get out of here. So yeah, now we're finally ready for adventure after all that, so. Now, is there dialogue I'm probably missing by not talking to everyone again? Probably, but I feel like at some point I have to get on with the adventure, otherwise the game will be me just doing dialogue all the time, and everyone wants at least a little bit of action in their game. So anyway, as soon as we head out of town, let's head to Marna Road. And we can finally get to the action part of the game, the battle stuff. Very fancy. Anyway, got a save spot here. So this one's a pretty open area, as you can see. All right, let's encounter our first enemy here. Okay, so this is the basic battle system, and the battle system has multiple different songs. It also has songs based off if you've been attacked from behind, like surprised or not. That also affects things as well. Alright, so we got ourselves Marna bugs here. There's many different group possibilities in this place with Marna bugs. You can either fight 2, 4, or 2 Marna bugs and a couple centipedes. They are not weak to anything. They don't have any main strengths, weaknesses, or immunities. They have 18 HP, 1 experience per kill, and 3 gold pieces per death as well. Their abilities they can do is called Strength Orb and Regular Attack. Okay, so the way the combat works in this game is at the bottom right of this has a turn queue. So there's an action combat, well, not action combat, I guess it's a weird form of turn-based combat. So instead of just swap into turns, there's a little bar there that shows their turns. So A and B are the bugs, and they have, that's their turn on the action table. So when they hit to act, they can choose their turn, and then depending on what their action is, they may immediately activate it, or it may take a few seconds to activate. So we have the ability called Combo, which will do some damage with our weapon on the enemy, and it'll hurt him, and that's it. There's also critical damages, where you'll hit the creature for a little bit more initial damage, but what its main function is to do is to move enemies on the turn queue down a bit. Depending on the item, weapon, or ability you use, it may only knock them down a little bit, or it may knock them down a lot. So in Grandia, its big thing was to be able to manipulate turns to try and give yourself as many turns as you can on the action queue while slowing down other enemies by either slowing down their action queue or by removing them from the map by either killing them, obviously, or hitting them at the right time. And if you actually crit an enemy when they're in the act phase, it'll actually knock them down even further. So if they're using like an ability that takes a few seconds, and you hit them at the right time to knock them down, it'll even knock them back even further because you hit them at a critical moment. Okay, so we used critical with let's see. Okay, so we also have defend. So if you know an enemy is right about to attack, you can just switch to defend, so you take less damage. So there will be opportune moments to defend. You can also look at the creature. while looking at them. And it just shows what they're doing. Attack, standby, that type of thing. So it just shows what they're doing. You can also escape from the battle if you wish you're not about to do it or don't want to mess with it. You can also change tactics. So you can either set enemies to different setups. So it shows basically, so meaning means you annoy them. Go wild means you use your strongest attacks to finish them off. Safety, you basically will use like buffs, healing, and stuff like that, but you won't do any aggressive attacks that would weaken you. AI, I forgot, I'll have to look up again how the AI sets itself because it says it leads up to the player, so usually they'll mainly attack or use general spells to help the battle overall. You can withdraw, which means they'll only move to far sides of the map and defend. Power up, they'll use their buffs to beef up the party. Conserve means they'll just attack things if you just don't want to mess with wasting your stats and everything. And then manual means we manually. I usually like leaving all my allies on manual. That's just easier to do. Also got items here. You can use items to heal yourself in combat. I don't know why you could use the Spirit Stone in combat, but there you go. And then we got moves here. These are what we can do in battle. So right now I can use V-Slash, which does an attack on the creature for a decent amount of damage. Right now we don't really need to do that, so let me show off a combo just to show how that works. Oh, and you saw Sue crit. She basically hit him with her hand star. So when you do defend, you can also do either endure, which is to basically take the attack if you know the monster's going to come at you. You could also evade, which means you can move on multiple spots on the map to try and get away from them as fast as they can. So like if an enemy is using an area attack that you can usually tell what it's going to be doing. You could try to move out of its radius, for example. So it really depends on the attack. So technically we could have beaten the creature before it did that because it was using the standby ability. Not all enemies are going to attack on their turns. So let's go and finish them off though. 9 times out of 10, all I'm going to have to do is just attack a thing at this point and finish them off.
All right, we won!
I really like the victory. I just like all the music in this game. It's very, very well done. But anyway, you're probably wondering what those skill abilities are on there. So this game has two types of leveling up in this game. It has standard experience. It has like trade experience or use experience, however you want to go about it. So what that means is that when you use items in combat to attack, you'll get experience based off that skill. Oh, sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button again. I was going to go over this a couple episodes ago, but I didn't want to bog down the game with that. So as you can see there, Justin can use swords, maces, and axes, and he can level up into them. And when you level up in a specific item, you'll get a stat increase before doing that. So it's actually worth trying to level up your character via different skills if you want to max them out. The only problem with that is it does kind of grind the game a bit if you want to max out your stats. And each weapon has a different buff or stat increase that gives you when you level up in it. So for the most part, I'll be using Justin with swords. I might swap that out later to try and reduce grind time. And then Sue, she can upgrade via maces and bows. You may only want to use her for bows if you're going to go for the easy route. I know some people who like using Sue a lot more will swap her to maces and give her a very specific magic build. Because in this game, you can also build up your magic ranks too. Now here's the your sword skills or weapon skills and stuff like that, as you can see there. We'll go over that whenever we start getting access to magic, how you want to do that. So I usually like fighting everything on the map once, just for leveling up purposes, but you don't have to do that to beat this game. Anyway, get some herbs here. Alright, so on this map, there's a few items we can grab, so let's grab those on the way around. Yeah, this game doesn't do turn-based combat. It does, it does. What I mean is it doesn't have random encounters. Everything on this map is avoidable. So if you don't want to fight any of these creatures, you can. And there's some centipedes over there. There's this thing. This is called a dungeon scope. What this does is it lets you see like a bit of the map on your current location, as you can see there. So let's go and fight some centipedes since they're another type of creature. they're also very basic enemies as well. So giant centipedes. So we got the giant version of them. Well, that's the only version of them. What I mean is we got the 4 version of them because you can fight centipedes in either 2 groups, 4 groups, or 2 centipedes and 2 martyr bugs. Giant centipedes have 32 HP, no weaknesses or strengths to mention. They give you 2 experience per thing, and 4 gold pieces per encounter. So they can have the ability called Shooting Thorns or Regular Attack. So if we take a look at their abilities, looks like the only one that's not going to do anything is this guy. The rest of them will do an attack pattern on you. So for Sue, we just want to use our weapon on it. We're at this point of the game, I really don't need to be doing any crazy combos or anything like that. Okay, this one's charging for an attack, as you saw there. If we'd used the critical while he was doing it, we would have really messed him up during that. So luckily we hit him in time to counter it. And yeah, if you hit a guy while they're doing their attack, you'll be able to stop them from doing their abilities. So, or at least it'll throw them off for a second. You know. No, if you can finish them off, so there's no point. So.
All right, we won.
And yeah, not much to it really. Probably at this early at the stage, what I'll do is show off most of the combat for now because they're really fast to go through. But later on in the game, I'll probably only show battles once, and then I'll cut them out of the battle like I've done before. Because they'll be basically me just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And unless there's something really unique about it, there's really no reason for me to do that. And if there's any grinding, I'll mention if I grind, like off screen, like if I need a certain level or something like that. So, alright. Right now I'm getting all the treasures of this place. Alright, got some money as well. I think, sorry, the one we got earlier was 10 gold pieces, and the one we just got was 10 gold pieces. It doesn't say. Oh, and the one we got earlier, the very first one we got to the right of the entrance was 30 gold pieces. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes when it comes to that, so. Alright, should be a treasure and another dungeon scope. Really, dungeons never get super complicated to the point you really need that, but, you know, it's nice to have. Alright, got another herb here. I don't know why it has to go into that screen every time I do that, but... Yeah. Alright, I think that's one... We should have one more treasure. Oh, nice. We're able to get initiative. Initiative is when you attack them without them realizing they're there, so you get a pretty good start on the battle, so... Probably gonna get quite a few hits on me. Yeah, oh well. Not much I can do on that. That's just gonna happen. Alright, let's see if we can counter him before he hits me. Nice. Uh-oh. He's probably gonna hit. It's hard to say who he's gonna hit. He'll probably hit Justin, but let's see if he hits me or not. Yeah, Justin's usually the main target of everyone's attacks. Should have probably hit him manually and see if I could have countered him.
All right, we won.
And yeah, they have vocal lines every time you kill creatures and stuff like that. So, but like I said, since battles are usually pretty straightforward at this point, I won't have to worry too much about showing them off. Yeah, most RPGs here, obviously. Alright, here we get a officer's baton. That's a weapon we can use. It's a mace. So you can give that to either Justin or oops, wrong button again. Justin or Sue. It's the same strength as that, so if you don't mind putting Sue in the middle of combat, you could give her the baton. It's the same damage, so that's why anything you buy at Parm is a better weapon overall. So, alright, let's head off to, like I said, if I do any grinding to get levels, I'll let you know. You will need some levels at some point, obviously. Otherwise, you'll get, you know, overwhelmed by certain creatures and everything like that. So, all right. So since we took some damage, let's go back to Parm really quick, and I'm gonna rest in bed, and I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot there's actually dialogue if you have the letter of introduction. So, don't lose the letter of introduction. Without it, they won't let us into the Salt Ruins. Okay, so not really anything worth mentioning, but I thought I'd show it off. So, all right, before we go, obviously we've rested. We can go rest at Mom's anytime, at least while we're in Parm and everything. So you can easily do early level grinding if you want to get those level skills up, like weapon skills up at this point in the game. But the also thing I want to mention is there's some other characters we could talk to. Yeah, remember the boys? Justin, I'm amazed that you don't get bored to death going to the museum all the time like that. When I go there, it's just so boring. It just puts me to sleep. But Goose, you look pretty bored and sleepy no matter where you go. Yeah, I've even seen Goose fall asleep standing on his feet. I never fall asleep standing on my feet. I've stood up while sleeping, though. Oh yeah, maybe it's someone else. Wait, isn't that the same thing? Okay, yeah, there's some dialogue with the boys here, so... I thought you dumped Dustin going in the museum. Did something interesting happen? Keep it close tabs, man. Maybe you want to come with me or something? No way, Dustin. I never been caught dead with you. You're way out of fashion. Nobody got any adventures anymore. It's gonna be soldiers or steam engineers. Hey, Justin, heard you into the museum. What do you have to go there for? Whatever, doesn't matter. What's to you, Gans? I just wanted to say hello to the curator there. You guys doing anything interesting? If so, let me in on it. You think maybe we should tell you? Nah, we'll keep it secret. S-E-C-R-E-T. Okay, I think that was it for dialogue. I should have double checked in town just to see if there was anyone that came up that was interesting. Oh yeah, let's see if the Gans's mom has anything to say before we go back into the other area. Listen, Justin, running out playing is good and all, but don't hurt yourself. Thanks. Oh, okay, thanks, man. Okay. Like I said, I'll try to find a good course of like when do I talk to NPCs and like how long do I linger on them, or who do I look for after a major story incident occurs, you know what I mean? Because I want to get the story implemented, but I know sometimes it's one of those cases where maybe someone wants to play the game for themselves and see all the stuff on their own time, so that's the challenge. But anyway, let's head on to the next area, the Salt Ruins. So this is this world's version of the Cave of Wonders, huh? Yeah, it's no place for children. Hang on, look at this. I have an intro letter for the curator. What is it? What could the curator be thinking of this letter to such children? Don't worry about that. Just let us in, okay? Oh, well, you can go in. Well, I mean, I'm 15. Whoops. I forgot that the door to, or the exit to this place is like right there, so sorry about that. Yeah, this is a decent-sized area, and it has its own set of treasures and everything like that, so...
Attention! Soldiers fall in! Salute!
Listen up! After traveling all the way from the new continent, we won't tolerate failure. Be sharp out there.
Meet at the stage on level 1. Call roll by regiment as soon as you arrive, and stand by for orders.
Attention! Fall in! Right base, march! Double Say, Saki, it was your troops who made us late. Aren't you a little lax on discipline?
Don't give me that, Nana. The last time they were late, I made them all give me 3,000 squats.
Oh, Saki. You're such a muscle freak. I'd make them go without rations for 100 days.
Oh, Mio, you're too kind. If it were me, I'd give him 5,000 lashes. Then I'd pickle him in brine and give him 100 days in a brig.
That would kill him.
If Herr Mullen were to get wind of that, he'd have your head.
No problem. I just swear him to secrecy, and Herr Mullen would never be the wiser.
Come on. We need to get going too. Or we'll be late for the rendezvous.
Right, Mio. If we were to be late, it'd be harder to discipline the troops.
Well, that was weird. Those girls look sadistic. I wonder which one's your favorite? For people who watch my videos and know how I comment, you probably know which one's my favorite. And I'm sorry, there's nothing to do here. Way too late, huh? Just like Justin. Justin couldn't do anything without me around. I'm just going to sleep. Gotta be serious. Super serious punches here. Serious guard, serious guard, serious guard. Oh, so boring. No, sorry to hear that, man. Let's see what everyone else has to say before we go into this dungeon. So. Okay. Double the work, double the pay, right? Is he a wonderful man? I'm sorry. What do you mean? Colonel Mullen is a wonderful man? Of course, the son of General Ball, he's a well-bred, handsome young man. Brain and body, he's the best. Way different from Justin, who couldn't do anything without me. Does that make something about you when the 15-year-old or whatever can't do anything without like the 10-year-old hanging around him? If I could be like Colonel Mullen, I'd be popular with the girls too, huh? If you're just jealous of other people like that, you'll never get ahead. Never get ahead? What do you mean? I'm ahead. What are you saying? Okay, yeah, that's one of those weird translation things. Like, if I were born well-bred like Colonel Mullen, then by now I'd okay. Weird. Let's see what else has to say. Colonel Mullen is particularly strict about assignments, but he can be nice too. He's even considerate to low-ranking soldiers like us. Under a leader like that, you're more likely to come back for more. But lately, the colonel seems to be often lost in thought, so something must be bothering him. Yeah, sorry to hear. The bothering of, look at these tanks. Does this group of people look like someone from history by any chance? Just curious. Is this tent for soldiers? Maybe we'll just take a peek inside. Oh, pleased to meet you. Hey, someone's there. Here. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Oh no, I wouldn't even lay down my life for Lieutenant Lean. Lean? For Lieutenant Lean, I'd go through fire to the bottom of the sea. He's talking in his sleep, but this Lean must be incredible to have such people serve her. Well, wait, didn't we see Lean during a cutscene? The white-haired lady? I've been in the army for a while, but this is my first ruins lookout duty. The world's become so peaceful. The Garlyle Forces used to be a group of brave men. Boy, that's right. The soldiers in stories are also cool. There are so many slackers in the army recently, but I must be getting old to be saying such things. Well, in peacetime, usually most people are get pretty lax just because, there's nothing to really worth striving for. Or at least not striving for in the military sense anyway. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. What do you think Colonel Mullen is digging for? Must be something important that he doesn't want trouble with anyone else to see. He'd be in trouble if it's seen. Right, that's gotta be it. So what do you think it is? Maybe a time capsule he buried when he was a child? That'd be embarrassing, right? That's a little silly, huh? There are other possibilities if it's not a time capsule. I know it must be some old love letters that he wrote, but didn't send, so he buried them. I don't quite think so. Colonel Mullen must be digging up some love letters that he buried. Maybe. No men allowed. Changing tent for female officers. Peek inside and we'll clobber you. Wow, sounds like the army, but there sure are some scary women. I guess women have to be scary in the army. I guess so. I think you can be tough without being scary. I mean, why do you think people like muscle ladies in anime and stuff like that? Usually they're seen to be, 9 times out of 10, usually seen to be pretty lucky, happy-going and everything like that. More active, tomboyish, promising new recruit has signed up and it's pretty exciting. Name's Gauntz, he's from Parn. Always smiling and good spirits, he never complains about orders from superiors, does anything you ask. Guys like that get promoted, reminds me of myself back then.
Wow, so you're a wonderful person too?
Well, they don't always get promoted, just mostly. They almost come out at night, mostly. Okay, anyone else we can talk about? Yeah, quite a few people. Say, Justin, how's little Gantz doing? Be good to him, okay? Sure, Gantz. Of course I'm good to him, right, Sue?
Sure. You're being really good to him, right, Puffy?
Puff, puff, puff. Yeah, this is the guy's older brother. Is that right? I'm glad. Thinking of it, I don't recall Gantz ever being unhappy. He's just fine, even without getting whacked with a mop or whacked with a pot lid. Just like us. Is that right? I'm glad. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I wonder if he'll make an appearance later on because he's got unique sprite. Nah, probably not. Boy, don't be one around here. If you're found by General Ball, we'll get chewed out.
General Ball? Of the Ball Museum? That guy?
You've got some nerve to ask in such a situation. Well, I'll tell you anyway. I don't know much, but he has some connection with the Jewel Foundation. Seems to be feared. It seems that General Ball has ordered Colonel Mullen to do some important operations here. Anyway, this is no place for children like you, so go home. Okay. Well, you're not forcing me out, so I'm gonna stay. 99 boo-boo. I wish I could go on leave, but then I'd go back to town and have some coffee at the cafe. One cup after work just tastes so good, and I can shake off this fatigue. If the girl next to me was Lieutenant Lee, it'd be excellent. That dreamy expression of hers. Your tongue is hanging out, sir. Sergeant Nana, Saki, and Mio have just perfect faces, too. It's just that problem. What, they're sadistic? Was it masochist? That problem? Could that be athlete's foot? Athlete's foot? Now that's rich. Was it that funny? I didn't exactly say it as a joke. Just don't tell anyone that I was laughing, okay? Yeah, we already saw during their introduction that those ladies are, yeah, I feel bad for the men in their company. I heard the 3 sergeants above us are beauties and nice people, but that was completely wrong. They certainly are beautiful and capable, but their personalities, hard-headed and strict. I get chewed out every day. I'm completely disappointed.
Sir, don't you get chewed out because of your attitude? You ought to look sharp.
What's worse, they're all gaga over Colonel Mullen and pay no attention to any of the other guys. See, a nice guy like me is right here, but how can all 3 like one man? You'd be surprised, dude. You'd be surprised. Just mention like George Clooney and stuff like that, man. Now what's that about? Right, they can't cut him into 3, can they? Isn't that the episode of Crypt Keeper? Tales from the Crypt or whatever? I think so.
Yeah, that may be so, but there's no reason to how someone falls in love.
Yeah, love is a strange chemical imbalance in the brain. I wish they'd notice that there's a nice guy right here. I don't think you want to know these girls if their attitude is anything to go by. You monsters there. I'm a soldier of the Garlyle Forces. You won't kill me so easily.
How rude. How rude.
That's gotta be a reference to Full House.
How can you call Justin or a beautiful lady like me monsters?
What despicable monsters would disguise themselves as children? I'll cut you up. Hey, just a minute. Listen to me. We're not monsters. What, you're not monsters? Why are you dressed like that without a uniform? I could tell.
I'm not a soldier either. Army clothes don't suit a beautiful lady, right?
That depends on the army outfit. I am in charge of Salt Ruins. I am a very high ranking. Is a person in charge so high ranking? Don't be silly, of course. I was put in charge by Colonel Mullen himself. He made Colonel at such a young age. No soldier is more capable than Colonel Mullen. I was appointed by him. What an honor. That makes me high ranking. Kids, why are you 2 in such a place? No civilians are supposed to be here.
The curator of the museum gave us a letter of introduction. Said we learned something.
I came here to learn. I just hated studying when I was a kid. Wow, you too?
Sir, I think you will understand. I really came here for adventure.
Excellent, that's the way to go, but don't do anything too dangerous and don't bother the army.
Sure, I'll try.
Okay. What an honor. Okay, you're the same, so. Alright.
How could children be here? How'd you get into the Salt Ruins?
Say, the ruins are underground, right? Can I see them? Take us there.
How suspicious. Who are you? I show no mercy, even to kids. Now answer!
Run away about now. Talk with Sue about what to do. Show them,
I hate those 3. They've got bad attitudes.
No. Run away right now.
Just a second, Justin. We didn't do anything wrong. Why run? They'll suspect us.
Show the curator's letter of introduction. We came to visit the Salt Ruins. Look, we got a letter of introduction from the curator of the Ball Museum. The Museum of Natural History.
Letter of introduction? This?
Huh.
I guess it does look real.
See, we're not suspicious at all, so take us underground with you.
Underground, huh? All right, but first just show me that letter of introduction.
Letter of introduction given. What the? Hey! Yikes!
Oh no!
Bye-bye.
That wasn't cool. Why'd you do that?
See, no more letter of introduction. Now you twerps are illegal intruders. Maybe.
That's right, now we must catch the intruders and torch them and execute them.
But since you're children, we'll overlook this just once. Leave the Salt Ruins at once. Come on, let's go, Saki Mio. There's no time to be bothered with these children.
Man, what a bunch of witches.
How awful! Who do they think they are? Anyway, Justin, oh well, let's go home.
No way, Sue. An adventurer can't back down now. Well, what is that? Let's see. Anything else to go? This excavation is so exciting. If some treasure comes out, it'd be the second Travels of Eloise. I've read that book too. Eloise, the silver-haired adventurer, traveled the ruins around the world, and at the end of her great adventure, she found ancient treasures. So cool. Wow, you know all about it? I'd love that book too. Read it over and over. Maybe it's not quite the treasure of Eloise, but some great treasure must be hidden here. The army is doing such a large-scale excavation, so it's got to be worth it. So you think so too? Maybe there's a treasure of Angelou. I'll be the first to find it.
We still don't know if there's any treasure, right, Puffy?
Huff, huff. Oh, sorry. It may not be quite the treasure of Eloise, but some great treasure must be inside. But anyway, what does great, you know, an adventurer always has to find adventure somewhere, and us getting the letter destroyed in front of us, trying to crush our spirit, will not crush us in spirit in this case. But what awaits us in the Salt Ruins? Can the three ladies really get us down? What adventure will we get caught up in next to that'll lead to something even greater? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Grandia. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.